G'day folks, welcome to a virtual dream video. This one is about the dream token. This was created a while ago to give collectors additional utility by staking their collection and keeping their collection in their wallet as well, which that's just such an underrated thing. And big thanks to for going that way. I know it was more effort and it cost more, but it's what collectors really would want to keep their collection in their wallet, but be earning some dream along the way. Okay, so this is the place to come into the Discord and have a look at the staking info, read the white paper. There's links to the rates and a whole bunch of really useful stuff. Now, I'm not going over staking in this video. This is about the token itself. I want to do a few things here with the token. Okay, so by token, I'm talking about this. This is the Dream token in my Wax Cloud wallet at the moment, and I've listed it there as a token. There's info on how to do that, of course, in the Discord staking info. But this is what I currently hold in my Wax Cloud wallet. I could also look at it through Nefty, which is quite nice. So if I come into Nefty, into my wallet, I can see all the different tokens that I have, and here is my Dream. So if I want to send some Dream perhaps to the Dream shop, I want to do some shopping in there, and I want to buy a particular item, I can use Nefty as well. And I haven't shown Nefty in past videos. I have done videos on the Dream shop, so I thought I'd just look at this here quickly. This has the same setup as any other, be it Alcor or even on Blocks. You're sending the Dream token wherever you need to send it to. You might be sending it to a friend or to another wallet or to the Dream shop, putting in a memo and an amount to buy some dreams, okay? But again, I'm not focused on that stuff today so much. It's more about the token. So this is how you can see your token, how much you have, how you can move it. You can also have a look at our very cool site that Van organized for us. This is where you can look at staking and checking how much you have. You can even claim your dream here. I personally tend to go into Blocks, and this is where I do stake all, put in my wallet, or I claim through this process. I might just claim any additional dream that I have, because I am going to spend a stack of it for this video. So I'll claim any additional dream that I have. Now, let's have a look at the Dream token. We can come over here to Alcor, and I'll plug in Dream token. In the past, I've suggested that this is the simplest way to swap for Dream token. You can come in here and you can just whack in some wax, and you can transfer that for some Dream. And if we have a look at, I want to get an idea of about 100,000 Dream, what that looks like these days. So about 23 wax for 100,000 Dream on a very simple swap function here. Okay, but that is, whilst that's really simple, that may not be the best way for you to swap for Dream. There are other ways to do that, and I want to look at that today. I want to go and jump in here into the markets. Now, when you look at markets on Alcor, it could be a little overwhelming. All right, it could seem like you need a Bloomberg terminal and you're a stock day trader or something or other like that. Like, it's full on. So I want to go through and just show you a couple of things to hopefully make it a little bit simpler for you. I'm going to find the market first of all for Dream by typing in here into the search tool. Then I'm going to jump into the Dream/Wax pair. Okay, and here's where I get a lot of numbers, a lot of information up on the screen. Okay, but like I said, if I can show you a couple of things here, you don't have to freak out about this, and it might actually help you get more involved and have a bit of fun in here. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly show you a couple of things, and keep in mind there are great videos out there that explain how to use Alcor and how to trade and so forth on here, but I'm going to try and keep it the awkward, simple, special. We like to call it. Right. So over here I have an order book. This is what people are offering to sell their dream for, and what people are offering to buy dream for. Okay, you'll see that the green and red lines up over here with a buy dream and sell dream interface. All right, we have up here the different sales that are occurring, and we have a chart here that indicates how it's all been tracking. Now, if we take a bit of a zoom out and we have a look at dream all the way back to the start of the year, we'll see that it's been up and down like anything. It probably had some initial interest when we had a lot of speculators coming in and buying and selling, and then we generated a lot of the dream potentially, which means that a lot of people are going to be selling that for wax. They've got these big collections, they generate dream, they come in here and they sell it and or dump it, and so the value potentially drops down. We go through a large period of time where there isn't really any utility for dream. Okay, so people have it, but nobody really wants to necessarily come in here and buy it to do something else with it, because there wasn't much going on. Then we started seeing things like the Dream Shop come in. We had actual NFTs that you could buy with Dream, and we had different activities that started to give some utility to the Dream and started to increase that demand. And this is about supply and demand. Okay, there's a lot of big collectors that have a whole bunch of dream built up. They start selling it, they keep selling it, and they fight over who can sell it who can sell the lowest, because they all want a little bit of cheese, a little bit of wax. But if there isn't a big demand for it, then that price is going to keep going down. Then the demand starts to come in. We have the one of ones. That was a huge moment for the token. And a lot of dream was purchased, so then the price starts to go up. So look, this is natural. It's going to go up and down as the supply versus demand, and that's just how markets work. So what we want to do is we want to have a look at where that is at the moment. Where is the supply and demand? And are more people trying to sell dream or more people trying to buy dream? And then if we want to get some dream, we can come and we can actually fit somewhere in the middle there to get the best value for ourselves. So if we go back to the swap, this is just taking all that out of play. We don't need to see any of that. We can just swap wax for dream and vice versa. We could sell some dream for wax, and we don't care about any of that other business. But if we do come into the market and we do want to have a little bit of a look at how we can get the best deal, then we can have a look at two different things here. We can have a market trade, and this will buy or sell at the best price. So based on what people are offering or what they're asking for, it'll match that. And you can just put in X amount of wax on give me 10 wax at the best price at the moment that somebody is prepared to sell it for. And that will do that. Okay, so if I come in here, I'm going to buy dream. I'll just connect my wallet first of all, and I'm going to buy I'm going to just chuck in 5 wax, and I'm going to buy 5 wax worth of dream at the best possible price that somebody is prepared to sell that for. And I hit that. Okay, there's a big spread at the moment. I don't care. I'm not too worried about that. That just means there's a big difference between the prices that people are prepared to sell for. So this could affect, and it might seem a lot higher, or more expensive than it necessarily is, but that's going to go through fairly instantly. You can see that it's picked up whatever those lower end of what people are trying to sell this for. It's just picked that up straight away. Okay, so I've been able to buy that, and we can see that's gone into the sales here. I've bought it at these prices here. So we've actually seen the price of dream go up a little bit. Okay, it's hitting this here. This is where the lowest sell ended up, and I'm fine with that. Okay, I could do the same thing. I could try and sell my dream, and it would sell it to whoever's prepared to pay the most amount for my dream. Now, I'm not going to sell any dream because I want to spend it. I want to buy things with it. But what I can actually do, and just put something in here that maybe is going to take a little bit longer. Okay, now when I looked at the swap price, I was seeing it was about 23 wax to get about 100,000 dream. So I'm going to change this now, and I'm going to go for a limit trade, and I'm going to set my own price here, and I want 100,000 dream. Okay, and I can swap it for 23 wax. So I'm going to drop that down and try to get a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna make it 22 wax. Now I just bought some, and it was a price of. Let me see here. Oops, that we don't want to. That's a crazy price. Sorry, I've got to put it in at the correct. I'm going to use this price here and adjust it. Okay, so we're going to go 100,000 dream. Okay, and the buy price that I had, I'm going to click that one more time. Okay, so my 100,000 dream, this would cost me 24 wax. Now I can swap it for a little bit less than that, and I think we could also buy it for a little bit less than that. So I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to have a look. Okay, so the most that someone's prepared to pay at the moment is 0.00013. The most that someone's prepared to sell it for is 0.00024. So I'm going to come somewhere in the middle. I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do it at 2. Okay, so I could instantly buy it at that 24, and I've said this before to but dang these large numbers. Okay, having so much dream. Yes, we have a big collection, but that's why we have these massive numbers. Okay, because there is a large number of dream in circulation, because there's a large collection. All right, that's why these numbers ended up so large. But anyway, we can work through this. All right, so I'm going to just say that we've got 3 zeros in front, and I'm going to talk about this part here. This is the part that I'm interested in. I could instantly buy it at this 24.4069, blah, blah, blah. I can swap it. I think it was 23. I'll have to go back and check it, but I'm pretty sure it was around 23. Or I can do a limit trade, and I can wait and be a little bit patient. So I can set it even lower, save myself a few wax, set that price, and wait. Okay, so I'm going to, instead of it costing me 23, 24, maybe even up to 25 wax, because there isn't that much being sold here, this is going to go up. This is probably going to get up closer to 25 wax in total. So I'm going to save myself 5 wax here, and I'm going to put in a limit trade at 0.0002 for 100,000 dream, and then I'm going to wait. All right, because I'm not in a rush. These 1 of 1s are going to be there for a little bit longer. We've got some time. There's some other blends that we can do. And overall, buying dream at that price, I think, is pretty reasonable. Okay, and I'll tell you a little bit more of why I think that is. So I'm going to put that in, and now I'm going to see what happens. Now this could take a little bit of time. We could see some of these sellers decide to drop their price to meet this. We could see some people dump some stuff on here potentially, but I'm just going to sit on that for now. All right, I've got that limit trade in. The wax is sitting in it's being held at the moment by Alcor, and when those trades go through, it'll process it and give me the dream. I could cancel this if I've made a mistake. I can, or I don't want to wait any longer, or the price goes up significantly. I can cancel this, and the wax will be returned to me. I will not lose this wax. This wax will only go through and be processed if somebody actually says, I'll sell you the dream at that price. Okay, so what I've done is I've come in and I've said this is what I think is a fair price for the dream. It's below what people are prepared to sell, but I'm happy to wait. I know I can buy it as well if I think it's actually reasonable to pay up here in the 25s. All right, I could buy that instantly with a market trade, or finally I can go into the swap and I can just swap it and get what I get. All right, there's going to be a big fluctuation there. There's a lot of different things going on in the swap because of the liquidity pools, the way that people arbitrate and so forth. So it's actually, good to understand this side of it. It's good to understand how this works in terms of what people are asking and what people are bidding. All right, and setting this up to try a limit trade. Do it with a small amount first of all, potentially, to see how this works, but it gives you an opportunity to play around with this, okay? This is a good learning experience. So hopefully I'm showing you something that is useful and you can give it a try with a small amount of wax and see what happens. You might find that it's not worth your effort and it's just a case of going into the swap. You're happy to do that, okay? But if you don't have a lot of wax and you want to try and get the best value for your wax, or remember, on the flip side of this, you could be selling your dream and making sure that you're selling at a good price. Okay, you want to be maybe selling up a little bit higher and pushing up the price and getting more for it rather than just swapping it and getting the lowest price there that you possibly could. You could be increasing this price. And I think, and I didn't spend a lot on that because I'm buying today, but I think there is great opportunity for you to be selling a little bit higher, because when there is a surge for, when there's a demand for it, you'll sell it. I've certainly sold some dream on here at higher prices than this when it's been higher demand, and we should see that demand increase more and more over time, because I know Inno is committed to give us utility that will increase the demand. All right, and so these are small numbers of dream that's being sold here. More and more, those big wallets have actually used their dream, dumped it, or used it for one of ones and so forth. So there has been a lot of dream that's been burned up, and that means that it creates that scarcity. Okay, so the less dream out there, the more value the dream that you have will be. And it's good to understand how this market works, because selling here is just as important. All right, you might want to have a play around with that and try and buy some for 20 and then sell it for 40. And when there's some demand, you'll just double your wax. All right, so you can have a play around with that. As I said, this is about just sort of trying to teach you a little bit about what this interface is. Okay, it's not, you don't need a finance degree to have a play around in here. Once you understand how these different options work to buy and sell your dream token. Now, what do we do with our dream token? Well, let's have a look at this. We have at the moment a bunch of blends that are requiring some dream. We have our one of ones at the moment here. I think it's over half have been sold, but it's certainly useful if you want to come and try and pick up a one of one. But today I'm interested in these blends. Okay, these were materialized dream blends, and I want to have a look at these. So this materialized dream at the moment on the market is being sold for, okay, lowest price is 53, around 50, 55, 66. That's what materialized dream is being sold for. Materialized dream that costs 100,000 dream tokens. Now you've just seen how much you can buy 100,000 dream for. So would you come onto the market here and buy a materialized dream NFT, or would you make one yourself? Well, that's up to you. Let's have a look at the sale history here. These have been selling for decent wax. All right. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy these. I've sold a materialized dream, and I get it. It's much easier to come in here to the marketplace and buy one of these. It's great. You can just walk in, click this, and then you can go and buy one of those blends. But I'm giving you the other side of it, which is trading your dream or buying some dream, knowing how to buy some dream, and then making your own materialized blend. So I'm going to use the transfer function where we send specific details to the Dreamshop contract. We enter the Dreamshop as the user. The memo is 100,000, and I can actually specify 300,000 here because I want 3 of these. I'll check that I'm sending to the right place, to the right contract, the right amount, and the correct memo. That's all available on the Discord. If we got that wrong, it's not going to allow that to go through. So success, as you can see, I've got that right. So I can go and check my NFTs and see that they've already appeared. You also need some blend tokens, which are on sale right now, and each Saturday they tend to be on unless something else is going on, but they're available for 5 wax each. Now I can have a look at this blend. I'm really keen on this. I've been waiting a while to save up to buy some Dream. I think these 3 NFTs are really nice. I've got my Materialized Dream and my blend token, so I'm going to auto select that, and my Materialized Dream. Perhaps I need to refresh this, it's not showing up. Okay, auto select, yeah, okay, now it's going to say make sure, because it hasn't generated mint numbers yet for those, are you sure you want to blend? I don't care about the mints, we're up to over 230 something. That's no big deal. I'm going to go ahead and blend. Now I'm going to go for 3 of these and just see how unlucky I can be. You've got 33% chance of each one. So let's see. I'm going to want 3, and then potentially I can trade if I do get very unlucky. But I like to do the 3 and then see what happens. Blending again, my 3rd, and then we will have a look at what we got. Okay, click on my NFTs in here, and I don't think I was lucky enough to get all 3, but let's see. Okay, having said that, I am lucky to get number 13, which is very special to me. So 13 in Paradise Pasture, which I love. I think that's a really nice dream. That's very tranquil, and I'm stoked to get mint 13 of that. I also I got a second one at least. End of Days, 25 of 25. That's the last mint, so that's actually nice as well. I love last mints. Last mint is as good as first mint in my opinion, and that's a cracking dream as well. And my spare. Let's have a look at my spare. What did I get on that one? A mint 2. Wow. You can't be unhappy with a mint 2, even if it is a spare. That's a very nice pull on that one as well. So that's probably going to be a little bit easier to trade as well for somebody. That's a nice process. Okay, so pretty happy with that. Got the 13, got a low mint, got an end mint as well. That's really cool. And I've done that with Dream stuff that it's been generating by just holding Virtual Dream Collection, which is unreal. We've had a look at trading. We've had a look at potentially buying and setting some potential buy orders in there. We could go ahead and do a swap as well. We can do a market trade at the price that's available at the time. There's lots of options there for you to have a play around with. So as always, jump into the Discord if you have any questions about that, and have a great day. Peace.